Welcome to CAMUHASSELT Meet and Greet 2024. First of all, CAMUHASSELT is a community organization dedicated to supporting Cameroonian students at Hasselt University, fostering a sense of belonging, providing academic and social support, and celebrating Cameroonian culture. 2 months ago, we organized our first ever meet and greet for the new students, which featured Keynote speeches, Q&As, games, and of course, plenty of food. That said, let's jump into the energy of the CAMUHASSELT Freshmen meet and greet.
So, as you came in, I'm Sophie. I'm an alumni from traffic safety, and I just want to talk a little bit and from my own experience, how I can say something that will help you guys, to help you navigate life in UHasselt. I don't know if she's coming, but anything that is not really transport related, I just want to tell you guys you're in a new environment. You should not forget, but put aside whatever thing you know about maybe school from Cameroon or anything, and put yourself in a place where you are willing to learn, and you put yourself in a place where you know that competitively you're at a disadvantage than maybe your fellow classmates who are from here, and you should put in your best to learn, because it's a new environment. You need to adapt to the new environment. Try as much as possible to network. Talk with your professors, talk with your classmates. We have this tendency of always trying to be together, just us black people. No, don't do that. Try to mingle with them. When there are group works, don't only take group works. Honestly, it's a very bad thing to take group works with just you guys, because we are all working. Nobody has time to do the things, to do the job and all. So I'll advise you to try to mingle with your other nationalities, Belgian if possible, during the group works. Try as much as possible to mingle with them, learn from them. Really go with a spirit of learning, not maybe don't feel like you know, because I promise you that there's a lot you don't know or that you have to learn. So go really humble yourself with a spirit of you are willing to learn, and mingle with them. Go and learn, and please do the work, because we have a tendency of not being very hardworking. Or maybe from my experience in my year, when I was in a group with maybe other Africans, you had to run behind them. Have you done your own part of the work? Or don't be that person. Be the person that people would like to put in their group. You see, when they're choosing a group work, they know that you're a hardworking person, so they will want you to be in their group. So strive to be that person, and not be the person that people don't want. I know it's difficult. You have to balance work and school and all that. But do your best to put school first, because even though we need the money, it's the job that will take you out of this environment. It's your degree that will take you out of this environment. So strive to get your degree, and everything will fall in place. So for the group work, like I said, mix with the other students. For the transport student, hello, welcome. Are you a new student? Oh, okay. So I wanted to say that for the internship, you should make use of the professors. There was a girl in my year who she couldn't get an internship, and she spoke with some professors who got her an internship. Until date, she works for that company, just like that. So you should really network. Networking is not only going on LinkedIn and talking to new people that you don't know. Your professors, especially in the transport department, they have a lot of experience in IMOP. IMOP is like the transport institute, the biggest transport institute in Belgium. It's related to VIAS. So you should really learn how to network with them, because they have a large network which can help you, because at the end of the day, what we want is to be stable, either to get a job or to have something, a way forward. So always have in mind that sometimes put the money to the side, and then have a bigger goal. The bigger goal is to having your degree, or having a way out of this environment of this student life. So For the scholarship students, yeah, you have to go back to Cameroon for the internship. It's obligatory. So I would advise you to use that opportunity to get something really interesting. I personally, my internship I got from Cameroon is what helped with my interview year. When they discovered that I worked for that company, it's a multinational. Even though I did the internship in Cameroon, my company here was really interested in that experience I had. So don't think you must have an experience from here. Use whatever tool or skill you have available for you, and I promise you one day it will be useful. Don't because we also have this tendency of saying, what am I going to do with this in the future? Or you never know. You really never know what this can help you with in the future. So whatever thing you have, scholarship students, go back to Cameroon, have fun, enjoy, spend time with your family. I know you don't want to go back because you just came and you feel like you don't want to go back to Cameroon, but if you must go and they're even paying your flight for you, why not? So that is it. For the second year, I think it also applies to all of us here. When you are in your second year, I would advise you to start searching for your what next. If you're going to graduate in your second year, after graduation, what next are you going to do? Will you want to work? Will you want to leave Belgium? What do you want to do? If you're going to work, I'll advise you in your first year, in your second year, start applying. Start applying to jobs. It's not the first application could land you a job, you never know. But generally, it's not the first time you'll get a job. But the many times you're going to go through the application process is going to teach you how to speak in front of an interview panel. It's going to give you the confidence. I remember the first time I received my refusal, I felt bad. But after some time, I realized, okay, what's the worst thing that can do? They will just tell you no, and you apply to another company. And the person that will decide to take a chance on you will take a chance on you. So the more you apply, the more you learn how to talk. You will learn the things that you shouldn't say or the things that you should say. And I always say, we are foreigners and we need sponsorship to get a job. I always tell people, don't use that word sponsorship, because when you use the word sponsorship to an interviewer, it scares them. When you tell somebody you have to sponsor me, they start thinking of big amounts of money. What you tell them is, I'm a foreigner. I'm not allowed to work in Belgium like that. I need a visa that permits me to work in Belgium. And in order to get that visa, I need to be paid this certain amount. Most of them don't know. Some of them know, but most of them don't know the requirements because they are not foreigners. So you are the one supposed to know the information. So another thing I would say, know your information, know your stuff. If they tell you, oh, we don't know, you tell them, I know. I can give you the link where the Belgian government says, when I graduate from school, I have 1 year to get a job. So do your research. Nobody is going to bring the information to you. Nobody has to bring the information to you. You have to learn how to search. You have to learn how to search. And that's another thing we don't have. We don't know how to look for things. We always want people to do things for us. It's not a good thing, but you really need to learn how to search for information. Nobody will bring the information to you. When I was doing my interview, the interviewee, they didn't even know we're allowed to work in Belgium after 1 year. I'm the one who told them, and they were like, are you sure? Where is that? Then I told them it's here. You need to also show them a legal website, maybe from the Office des étrangers. How do you say in English? Foreign Affairs Office, yes. So that website should be your friend. Like, every month, just go and see what they've added there. Anything that concerns you, you should know what's there. If you are a student, you should know the law that applies to you as a student. To renew your papers, you need a guarantor. Every year they keep increasing that money. When I came, I think it was like 2,000 euros. Now it's like 2,700 euros. Every month, just go through that website, because They keep changing things there every time. They keep changing things every time. So do your research and network. And lastly, no man is an island. All what you guys are going through now, we went through it. So you can, we have a group. If you are shy to write in the group, you can get any of us here, our contact from the group, and you send a message. I don't think anybody will feel offended that you come and ask a question, you are lost about something, you need more information. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. My mom always says, someone that has a mouth should not get lost. You understand? So if you have a mouth, ask. The worst thing someone can do to you is he won't answer you. You look for another person. Simple, and life goes on. So feel free to ask us all the questions you want. We are there for you as much as we can. But on your own path, do the work. Do the work, and please, the money is good. It's very tempting when you start working those euros. Don't forget your goal. Always have your goal in mind. So that's all I had to say. Thank you.
You guys are giving me anxiety. So many cameras, please. Don't. Can I speak? Okay, like I said, I'm so Dam. And before I start to talk, I'll just maybe tell you guys where I'm coming from. So, yeah, Bamenda, yeah. And the funniest thing, what I really want to say is, I was born in the southwest region. I don't know if anybody here knows Tombe. Yeah. You know near Soso. Yeah. That's where I was born. So, trenches. Yeah, in the trenches. So from near Soso, my parents moved. Hey, that's my brother there. So our parents moved to Bamenda, and primary education, secondary education, university. I did my University of Bamenda, one of the first batches. And I just want to say that the first time I ever went to Douala was to travel to Belgium. Yeah, I'm not strong, hardcore Bamenda man. And I went to Yaoundé, of course, to apply for the visa. So,
you know pass through Douala?
What, to go to Yaoundé? Yeah. No, Yaoundé for the visa, travel in Douala.
Like when you go to Yaoundé, you know pass through Douala?
No. From Bamenda, no.
Oh, there's another road. Sorry.
Then I landed in Brussels, and just to tell you that there's a difference between Bamenda and Brussels. They all start with B, but the difference is really large. Of course, when I landed, I'm just trying to share my experience because I think all of you will go through it, more or less. And when I landed, okay, before I landed, let me say the story. So before I landed, I knew that I'm falling bush, and when you're a bush faller, I already made some plans. I say, oh boy, I'll change your car in 1 month. Mommy, I'll break down the house and build a new house. Put like a duplex. You understand? So because, I mean, we had knowledge about falling bush, but I also felt like, let me talk about me, that when I arrived here, it's done. It's a done deal. Lo and behold, I did not know that Hasselt was waiting to humble me. So I'm just trying to say all of us more or less share that kind of experience. We have at one moment thought that way, felt that way. But I just want to say that coming to Belgium is a very good decision you made. Some other people had other options. Maybe somebody wanted to go to Germany, Canada, USA. I will not be surprised. Cameroonians are well traveled. They like to study, so I will not be surprised. But Belgium is a very good place to study because it gives you first the European experience at a very cheap price. I'm just thinking about the people that want to do data science and statistics. If you want to do that in Canada or in the US, it's pretty expensive. You pay like 25K just for tuition, and then you have to hustle again just to make back the money. So, so when Kevin and his team reached out to me to share my experience, I was really happy that at least I could say what I've been through. Maybe somebody will relate, another person will not relate. So while I was coming, I had some points. Sophie has really touched on a few. So I'll just erase it, then I'll talk on others. So, in fact, I just want to say that here. Belgium moves fast and is going to humble you. Forget it. I like what Sophie said. Just keep everything that you knew back in Cameroon. Just keep it. Forget. Yeah, start afresh. The way you approach questions in class, the way you speak to people. Don't be surprised that this English that you speak to we call it Saraman. He will not hear you. It's English, clean, but you need to speak slowly. We speak really fast. You get to class one day, you say, what? Speak slowly. So I just want to say Belgium moves fast and it will humble you. And what our sister touched on, so many things that Sophia said. When you arrive here from day one, have your goal. Me personally, when I arrived here, I have a very good friend of mine. I also call him, he's like a big brother and a mentor. He's not here, but when we arrived, I arrived before him. I did not know him, I knew him here. When we arrived, we met on the corridor. Oh, Ivo. So when I arrived before him. He came late, he came to class, he met me, we spoke from there, we clicked, and we had the same goal. Our goal was that we're going to study this program, we're going to graduate, we're going to get a job. Simple, that was it. Because if you don't set that goal from the beginning, trust me, Hasselt will frustrate, things will frustrate you and you will lose the focus, you will lose the point. And I also want to guarantee you that while you're here, right, hey boss man, you hear several things. You get different stories from people. People will share their experiences. Put it together. What fits you, you take it. You know where you're coming from, you know where you're going to. Put it together. What fits you, you take it. And in that light, I also want to say, know what you want to do from day one, that's it. Now let's talk about school. And Sophie spoke about it again. When I graduated, I had an interview. They said, go and bring a teacher that will give you a recommendation. So, recommendations in Europe is not like in PE that you move to the teacher's office and say, sir, holy wine, or write me some recommendation letter. It's not like that. If that prof has not bored with you, that prof doesn't know you, he will even tell you, I'm sorry, I cannot write this recommendation because I don't know you. He's your teacher, but he was going to tell you that, could you please find a teacher who knows you? And I learned this later, of course. My first year I did not know, but in my second year I changed because I also did statistics. So the little things you do in class, the Sarah teacher, they see it, but they don't say it. So for example, if you always come late to class, your teacher notices it there, but he doesn't say it. That's how they are. They're like, it's not like in Cameroon that you come late to class, the teacher say, you again, you're late. Forget. He will not say anything. If you don't ask him any question in class, he will never ask you that why you're always quiet. He just knows that these students are active and these students are not active. When people meet in front there, that's when. Or for example, if you're that kind of student that always asks a question in class, especially with statistics, you come on, you write the project, then you come and defend it. So when you come to defend that project, if you're that student that is inquisitive, free, and think free will back me up on this. If you're that student that is inquisitive, when you come into class to present, the teacher will be like, okay, you're stuck. You say, okay, the answer is this. Continue from there. It's normal. Every teacher will do that because they know that this is a student that who is in class, is active, but probably during exam time, the old period, there's some pressure. So just help the student. And I want to be clear, these teachers here don't want you to fail. They just want you to do a little bit of effort. That's why you see they'll give you tons of assignments. Do your assignments. Very important. Do these assignments. And these assignments are the things that it's not like in PE that somebody will teach you history of Nigeria and bring you history of Ghana in the exam. They'll bring you the same thing, history of Nigeria. The same thing comes in the exam. The same question I had in the assignment is what is going to come in the exams. So that's what I can advise you guys on, especially in terms of school. So another important thing, yeah, we all have different struggles. You see, we all have different struggles. So, but there's that jangi that you paid. Your mother took one jangi, played one jangi to send you to Belgium. It's true. All of us, it's possible. Or you went to the bank to play one jangi, or to take loan to come and study. Very good. And there's this pressure or one of your auntie has called you that, hey, if you don't send money for food, your cousins here will die, or will die, they will not die. When you were in Cameroon, you did not send anything, they did not die. You come here, you know, saying they will not die. Because if you're not very, I'm telling you, if you're not very careful, especially if you have never worked money before, I came here, I never worked money before. The first day I saw Nkolo in my account, man, I pull up in Hasselt here with my boys. Shut down. So yeah, first of all, especially when I turn it to CFA 650K. Hey, I mean, even those call me, they beat me, I pay. You see, yeah, but but then I don't know what I want to say is, for you, especially as a self-sponsored, and especially if you are doing the data science program, trust me, it is very, very demanding. It's the most demanding program in Hasselt, by far. You never see so many Sarah people there. How people know who are Sarah people. So, and even molecular biology too, it's not left out. So, if you are doing those, if your program is really demanding, please, no matter how tempted you are, just find the one for the rent, the one for the food, the one for the bills, to settle your bills, or the one for your, I don't know, if you're married or for the children back at home. Just find what you really need to survive and spend most of your time trying to study, because it's very beautiful at the other side. Trust me. I work now and I can tell you, like what Anne said, for you to hire us as a skilled laborer in this country, you need to pay us a particular sum of money. So what's the tendency? The tendency is that companies might shy away from hiring foreign. Yeah, please do. So companies might shy away from hiring skilled laborers, foreign skilled laborers like us, because they need to pay us this particular sum of money. But trust me, once you know, you know. If you have it in your head, they'll put down the money and they'll hire you. It's that easy. They don't drag. If they want you, even if you said you want a helicopter part on your house before you work for them, they will put it there and you work for them. So that's the kind of, it's a system where if you deserve it, they give you. Just have it at the back of your mind. If you deserve it here, it's going to be yours on the platter of gold. So I just want to say, you really need to sacrifice. It's 2 years. Most of everybody here is with masters in 2 years. You really need to sacrifice this time, put in the work, and you will see the results. Set your goals. Other people have goals. For example, I know people who say their goal is to use Belgium as a springboard. I want Inter inside a Dutch Inter. I was speaking Pidgin. I want Inter inside a Dutch Inter, Canada or ETAS. It's fine. We all have our problems. We all have our issues. But now, I'm really trying to address people who want to study. Some people come and say, okay, I just want to find a way to stay here and work only money. They do it. They survive. They're happy. Every individual is different. They have their goals. They have their objectives. We don't judge. I'm just trying to say, for those who actually want to study, it is really good, irrespective of the field. So no matter what you're studying, for me, I always advise that when you come, get the degree, have it in your pocket, flex how you want. When you have it in your pocket already, you can flex. Don't drag having it. Have it. When the energy is still there in 2 years, have it, flex. There are many things. When you have it now, you can even do this one, you can do this one, you can do this one, you can do 17 masters, nobody will question you. But just have the first one, which is super important. Yep. That's what I really wanted to share. And now I want to speak particularly to the guys in data science. So for you guys, it's a very, it's that kind of field that you really have to sell yourself. Now, so of course it's good to have a master's in data science, but what really sold me in my time was that, you see all these projects you're going to do, you're going to work on tons of projects, make these projects public. Have you heard of GitHub? So this is so make these projects public, that's very important. And also certifications will help you too. And please open your mind, and you can, for my experience in interviews, and I mean we're going further, of course you have not yet graduated, but just to give you in front, the recruiters here are not interested in how well you write code, it's how you tackle complex problems. That's just simple. For example, I know someone was employed just because he made the recruiter laugh. Yeah, they need that kind of person in the team. They don't need somebody who is that stiff. You just come and you crack jokes, not cracked out of, not those kind of jokes. I mean, like, you feel free, you speak, you express yourself, you accept your faults, you give your proposal, they're like, wow, okay. This is somebody that's open to learn. This is somebody that wants to learn. This is somebody that we can, and the person listens. Just like simple things. It's not really about, sometimes it's not really about the technical. Of course, but I think in our field, I'll bet on more on technical than, yeah, so, and I'm really open for the data science field particularly because I have lots of experience in it. My friend and I together, we have not organization, a company where we support people transition into data analytic roles. So I really have a big eye on the market, what is needed. I can look at you, your strengths and your weaknesses and tell you that you focus on this and you can land a data job. I'll just end by saying I wish you all the best. There's gold here. How you dig it depends on you. There's a lot to pick up. Belgium can change your life forever, take you from here to here, and it can also take you from here to. So it just depends on how you do it. Yeah, don't be shy to ask questions. If you see any black man on the road, you nod your head. Say, yeah, bro, I feel the struggle. Yeah. And also, hey, it's very important to have fun. Very important to have fun. Don't study a lot. Maybe for me it works, but I don't know. But fun too is really good. And also, network with the. If you're in a building where there's so many Sarah people, try to have parties with them. You pick up some tips from there. They're going to say something. They're going to ask you, hey, where are you from? You say you're from Cameroon. They say, yeah, in Belgium it's like this. It's like this. You integrate. That's the word. You integrate easily when you speak with them. Please try to have at least one white friend. Please. It's very important. Visit their house even. They're very open. They can invite you depending on the relationship. Hey, come over. You see how they do the things. You integrate.
Took me to China under his course and everything.
Yeah. So, is that... Please try to have a white friend. It's good.
Everything, we went to their house 1 week. Just by discussing. Never.
Yeah. It's very...
So important.
And there's those kind of children that if you're stuck somewhere, you pick up your phone and call them and say, hey, I'm here, please bring your car and pick me up to pull up. They don't have Njangi to play. Yeah, so I mean that's the little I could share. There's a lot I could share, but it depends on the questions you guys have. I could chip in. So, and everyone must ask a question. So let's start with yes, Chairman.
Thank you, Sophie and Nsoh, for everything you've said. It's really eye-opening. But the big question I have is the language, the Dutch language. How important and crucial is it in everything, in our experience, in everything we have to do here? And post-study wise, how important is it also, that Dutch language?
That's a very good one.
You want someone maybe in Nigeria, go to the market and see one of these mummies in the market and he speaks maybe Italian to her because he's Italian. If you go to the market and she speaks Igbo, you learn how to say good morning in Igbo. So it's courtesy to go to someone's country and learn or speak to them in their language. So don't see it as it's a tax. You can't come to their country, they've brought you here, they've made you feel welcome. The least you can do is to learn how to speak to them in their own language. And Dutch is an easy language, I promise you. I've learned Dutch, I've learned German. Dutch is so easy, especially if you have some knowledge of English and French. It's very easy, and you can take lessons in the evening at the PCBO. I would advise you to start now because you have the time now in the evenings to do it. And they've changed it because they've noticed people were not taken very seriously. At the 1.2 level now, it's a national exam. It's no more the exam at the PCBO that they used to do. So in order for you to have the integration, you have to do a national exam. So everybody writes the same exam now for you to get the integration certificate. So the earlier you learn, the better for you. So many people have a negative view about the language, but I always encourage people, it's very beautiful to speak the language of the country you are. And if you have to settle here, your children will speak Dutch, how will you talk to your child?
So Dutch is very important if you want to integrate, hands down, that's true. But for you, particularly in your field, in your area, you don't, to be honest, you don't need Dutch. Is data right? If you're doing data right, you don't need Dutch.
You can speak.
Because I don't speak Dutch. So but you don't but I have a job, you see. I just want to say it's very important, like Aunt Sophie said, to integrate. But for the job wise, especially with IT jobs, English dominates. You will walk into the company, everything is English. But now, let me tell you the difficulty I face. The thing is, when you don't speak Dutch or French or Dutch, so you remain there on the ladder. So like the hierarchy in the company, there's this. But when you go to the executives, when they sit to talk, they speak Dutch talk, so that they easily understand each other quickly. So you will not reach that position if you don't integrate. So that's when now the Dutch will hold you like, but I'm not sure, I don't know how intelligent you are, but for me, I'm not sure doing the statistics and data science program, you have time to do Dutch, hands down. I'm not sure. You can only do Dutch after. Some people manage to do it, but they were really brave. That's what I'm saying.
The question you just asked, I think it applies to everyone, including some of us who have been here for long. Because the language, to me, if you want to, people have their objectives of coming here to Belgium. Some people see Belgium as a transitional environment that they will come here and then they leave and go somewhere. But if you intend to stay in Belgium or you intend to look for a job here and work here in Belgium, especially in the Flanders, I think the language is somehow indispensable. It's good for your comfort. It's good for your comfort, communication. The people here, it's not only about you being too serious at work. It's about you being communicative. It's about you people going out. Sometimes your manager may just tell you that your interview may be a work. I have my partner. She had to be promoted. Her interview was just a walk that the manager said, let's go for a walk. And they were just discussing while walking. And that was all. She had the opportunity. So the language, to me, once you have the opportunity to do it, do it. Once you have the opportunity. Because you may not have the opportunity in the future. For example, when I just came, my situation was very complicated. I had the opportunity and I did the basic I could do. Recently, I went to Commune and they told me that I am eligible to apply for nationality by November. And one of the prerequisites is the integration certificate. By then, before then, like what Anne said, we were just writing it in school, but now it's something national, you have to do it. Now I don't need it, but because I took the opportunity when I just came, I did it, I will just use it now. You understand? It would have stressed me if I didn't have it. I would have been looking for a way now to do it. So whenever you have an opportunity, take advantage of it and you do it. Yeah, that's what I can say for now.
I just wish to appreciate the speakers. At least they have really enlightened us, especially the new student that just came, and we are really thankful. My question is, I for one, I came a little bit late. I came 3 weeks because they delayed in granting my visa. So I wanted to find out what are some of the tips that can really help me so that I can meet up with others, because I know by now I should be lagging because I did not, for 3 weeks I have not attended classes, so I'm a little bit lagging. So are there any tips that can really help me to be able to meet with the other students that they already started attending classes? Thank you.
Yeah, so what I want to say is, if you're 3 weeks late, do you already know the courses that have started?
Yes.
So my advice with you is communicate with your lecturer first. write an email. Say, dear sir, he must not respond. Just let him know that he came 3 weeks late. Secondly, I know that they always do recording of the videos. So that's the advantage that the program has. You could watch all of the video recordings to catch up. And the advice I will have for you is, have they started any idea if they've started any good project? If they've not started any good project, then don't be scared. Don't pressure yourself. Just take time to watch all of the videos and try to catch up. But first of all, send the lecturers concerned that, sir, I came late. I just want to let you know. That's the first thing I can do. 3 weeks is not bad. You can catch up. Don't be scared. It's possible. You can do it. And don't be surprised that the course that you started late is the course that you have A+. And the one that you start on time is symbolic. Yeah. So yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's the tip I have for you. Just send the pro tip. Send the teacher a message to let him know that you started late.